All right, so keep us on schedule here. Mark Galbraith is next up with Flathead Rapids, and he's going to tell you what's happening in our new and exciting world of soccer, which we so miss these days.
Do miss it though. I was there 3 days this week playing and practicing and whatnot, so still keeping it going throughout the summer with everything that's going on. So we're here to talk a little bit about Great Fish and the Rapids. If there was ever a time in which we needed to have an excuse or a reason or a way to get kids outside and playing, it's been what's gone on from this spring on. And there's just so many ways that we can try to accomplish that. But for us, those of us and families that have a passion for soccer and think it's one of the great ways to get kids out and outside and playing and being involved with a team sport, we do it basically through soccer. The simplicity of the game being that all you need is a ball and a piece of grass, and not even a piece of grass sometimes, that anybody can go out and do this and have a really good time, and can use soccer in so many ways to help improve their lives. Again, with everybody being quote locked up and locked down this spring, I think there's a real need for getting everybody out and talking and playing with kids and playing with other kids and keep going. We ran the way the virus affected us this spring was that we didn't run any spring programs at all, and we finally were able to run a rapid summer camp, which we did about 10 days ago. And it was so nice to get out in the field and hear this giant cloud of laughter going on as kids are running around playing with each other and a ball. Whether or not they're actually in a game or anything, it was just the fact that they were out playing and outside that seemed to get everybody such a rise about what was going on. So our goal for Rapid Soccer is trying to get as many kids as possible in that situation where they can come out and play, where finances are not a hindrance for them, their ability to come out and play. And so we try to offer programs that cover all levels of soccer for all ages of soccer, and we try to make sure that through fundraising that we don't have any limitations for financial reasons on people being able to play soccer. We work really hard to keep our registration fees as low as possible, and we use fundraising to do that. And we also will offer scholarship programs for families and kids in financial need who need help to be able to come out and play. Because again, there's no reason that finances have to be a deterrent for them being able to just come out to play. So that's basically the goal that we have, and how we benefit from Great Fish. Most of our kids who play are coming from young families who are starting off financially, and it's difficult for them in many times. So being able to participate in the Great Fish Community Challenge and having people from outside of soccer be involved who just look at the fact that kids need some help and families need some help to do the simple things of being outside to play. Great Fish provides us with that opportunity to help out with keeping our registration low or providing funds necessary for families to be able to play. And it's hard and impossible for us to be able to do it without Great Fish and doing that every year. And this year, again, with everything that's gone on, it made it more imperative for us to do that. So, thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Mark Galbraith. And it's so true with soccer. We've got, we want to make sure that soccer is available for all families, anyone in need, regardless of their ability to pay. So again, just like any of the other social services and the arts, our recreation is really, really important too. And we want these kids to be able to play, even if their families can't afford it. We want to try and keep those costs low. And so again, extra donations are actually needed to make sure that soccer can continue to exist. It is a serious need, and people love it. People are passionate about it. People that don't play are passionate about soccer. Carol and Richard, if you're out there listening, they love the soccer, and we love going to all the soccer games and seeing the kids of all ages play. And so again, it's just it's a wonderful sport, and we're so lucky to have the Flathead Rapids here in our community. And so now I want to introduce Lori Hetherington, and Lori from the Humane Society of Northwest Montana, and she's going to talk about what they're doing at the Humane Society right now.
Good morning, Linda, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And of course, at the Humane Society, with our new COVID restrictions, we're operating a little differently in that we are scheduling visits, meet and greets, adoptions, intakes, surrenders, gift-in-kind donations. We're operating 100%. It's just that we're doing it a little differently. And thank goodness we're all resilient during this time. We know we're going to get through it. And with your support, we're going to have a fantastic Great Fish Community Challenge. And we're just hoping that you want to come out and support these 55 nonprofits. And of course, we at the Humane Society have a house full of furry felines and canines that would love your support.
That's true. We do. Our little friends down there, they need some adoptions. And if they're not getting adopted, they need to be fed. And they probably need volunteers to come and help walk them and cuddle them and make them so that they're just wonderful domestic pets. So again, anything else you want to say, Lori?
We just want to share that the gifts that are designated for the Humane Society of Northwest Montana this summer are going to be used for our primary adoption program, which is a life-saving program that helps to spay, neuter, vaccinate, and generally provide all the care for the animals, in that we have to make vet appointments, we have to see that they're fed, and obviously love them up so that they're wonderful socialized pets and go into great homes. I've been at the Humane Society 14 years, and every year it's something new and it's more exciting, and we love it. And of course, we have, we plan to be here into perpetuity. We've placed over 5,000 pets into the community, and in forward thinking, we have placed endowment funds at the Whitefish Community Foundation, which is extremely important because, again, we plan to be here for all of our pets. And in the event that a family adopts a pet and wants to surrender that pet, we are there to take that pet back and rehome that pet. And that's why our endowment funds are very important to us. And we're very grateful that the Whitefish Community Foundation oversees that program, and an excellent program, I might add.
That's true. That's true. Building those endowment funds, that's critical. Also, building sustainability, especially in times like this when you've got such uncertainty coming in, we can make sure that we can get those contributions from an endowment fund and depend on those. In fact, the Whitefish Community Foundation has a strong endowment that we've been building for the last 20 years. And thanks to all the contributions from the board members and from legacy gifts, the Community Foundation's endowment basically is a tremendous support to the community today. And that's what endowments really can do for our community. So the Humane Society has one. We've got over 25 endowment funds for different nonprofits here at the Community Foundation that we are the stewards of. Very important. So, all right. Well, Lori, thank you, and good luck in the Great Fish. And thank you for all you do, too, especially.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you. It's an honor. Thank you, Linda. Thank you very much.
All right. Now, I think we're going to do something really fun here and break up this section. I guess not yet. Are we announcing our T-shirt yet?
No, because we don't have our T-shirts.
Okay. So I'm sorry, we're not announcing it yet. So we wait for just a minute. Why don't we have Lynette talk to you about our donation booths that we're going to be doing throughout the campaign?
That's a great idea, Linda. So this year, we were so sad that we couldn't have our events, our usual events that we have, including our big launch party. But we really wanted to keep the campaign as visible as we could. And so we decided to set up pop-up donation stations every week on Thursday in a highly visible location somewhere in the Flathead Valley. And you can find all of those locations on our website at whitefishcommunityfoundation.org under Great Fish. But next week will be our first scheduled donation station, and we will be downtown in Whitefish on the corner right in front of Underscore Art and Jewelry, one of our Great Fish business sponsors. So we're very close to Montana Coffee Traders downtown. Donors dropping by will be able to give, and we have incentive grants, really wonderful incentive grant for every donation station. So for every donor that comes and gives $25 or more to one organization or many organizations, can choose their favorite charity, and they will be entered to possibly win a $500 incentive grant for that charity. And the way that's going to work is you have to give at the donation station. You can give using a credit card, you can give with cash, or you can give with a check, and you will specify your favorite charity that you would like to enter to win, and we'll put your donation, your name, into a fishbowl, and we will draw one every single week. So the earlier you come to our donation stations, the better chance you have of winning, because your entry will stay in the fishbowl for the entire campaign unless it's chosen as a winner. Once you're chosen as a winner, then we will pull your entry from the fishbowl. But we're hoping to see lots of activity there. We start out, as I said, next week, right downtown on the corner in front of Underscore Art and Jewelry. The next week on the 13th, we will be in Columbia Falls. Is that weekend, the 13th? Okay, that's perfect. At Glacier Bank, that's right, in Columbia Falls. And those hours are going to be from noon to 6. Our hours in front of Underscore Art and Jewelry are going to be from 10 until 3. So we're going to try and keep those as busy as we can. Send your donors down or come down to us if you're not a nonprofit. And as I mentioned before, you can find all this information on the website, but we would love to see as much action at those as we can. And please, if you really have never given before during the Great Fish Community Challenge, come on down and ask us some questions. We love to talk about the great fish. We do it all year, and we're pretty good at it. Anyway, I'm going to pass the microphone back to Linda. It looks like we have someone arriving momentarily, so we're almost ready to go.
All right, so we have got some donation fishbowl, and so Lynette is going to be bringing the donation fishbowl over in about 10 minutes from now, and we're going to start some drawings so that we can award some extra matching gifts. So if you're thinking about donating, you should start your donations now so we can get your name in that fishbowl, and we will award we'll probably do 3 drawings right away on that, and giving away $25, $50, and $100 gifts. Matching gifts on top of your other gifts. So again, this is extra dollars that the nonprofit will get in addition to the percentage match that we're going to do in the end of this campaign. And the percentage match, again, is it's unknown what it'll be. We will announce that at the October 26th awards event. We match on the first $20,000 for each nonprofit. And that percentage has ranged anywhere from 48 to 55% each year. So we definitely. All right. So it looks like we have got Craig's going to be with us. Excellent. All right. So we have the Whitefish Veteran Support Team here with us. Craig Sullum, you are doing Whitefish Veteran Support Team, right, Craig?
That's correct.
All right. You're going to need a microphone because they can't hear you unless you hold that.
Right. It's a privilege to be a part of an organization that's supported by the Whitefish Community Foundation. Our group does a lot of different things to support, especially local veterans. Some of the events that we've done, our retreat that we were going to have was canceled, so we contributed $10,000 to the Veterans Food Pantry down in Kalispell a couple of months ago. We also reached out to the Montana Veterans Home in Columbia Falls and brought smart tablets and devices and earphones so that some of the residents there who no longer can receive visitors can now communicate with families and friends that normally would stop by and see them. We are also working with an organization called Commit, which links up veterans that are transitioning to do some one-on-one mentoring. We've got some retreats that have been executed in the past with veterans and also Gold Star family members, and those are spouses and children of servicemen and women that have been killed on active duty, and we've had some retreats for them, which have been very rewarding. So it's a privilege to get support from our community for the veterans that live in our midst and have to go long distances sometimes to get counseling and support. We've worked with the federal Veteran Support Center in Kalispell to give money for gas cards to get some of our veterans to some of their medical appointments. Many times they're reimbursed for their travel, but in some instances, they don't have cash to get there. So we've been able to help out in that regard, and also work with the Vet Center to set up some events like lake fishing, golf clinics, and other activities to get our veterans out and involved in our community and meet other veterans and some of our community members that are very, very interested in showing how much we appreciate the sacrifices that they made during their active duty contributions to our nation. So thank you so much for supporting our organization through the Great Community, or the Great Fish Challenge, and the Whitefish Community Foundation, which vets our nonprofit, and many others. So thanks for allowing me to just tell you a little bit about what our organization does, and help our organization and others in the future. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thanks, Craig. Craig with the Whitefish Veteran Support Team, all volunteer board. He's on the board of directors, and they have been in the Great Fish Community Challenge for the last few years, doing work here that is really localized. They're not a big national organization. They work with vets. They do bring vets into our area that get to enjoy this incredible mountain town, and they work with the young Gold Star youth here in the Whitefish and Flathead Valley area. And as he said earlier, in this time of need, he worked with the Veterans Food Pantry of our Northwest Montana Veterans Food Pantry. They are located right in the Flathead, and a wonderful group that they do a thrift store, and we should have them on here in a little while as well and tell you more about them. All right, so now and I hope you're out there and enjoying this back and forth, and it seems like sound quality has been pretty good. We use the microphone because the microphone drowns out the side noise. And so we make sure that we hold the microphone up to our mouths, and hopefully you don't hear the rumbles of car engines and such as it's going by, because we are doing this all outside at our donation booth. And if you're in the area, or if you're thinking about it, it's a good time to come down here and donate. So now we've got some exciting things we get to do, because Hannah Plum is here with us from Flathead Youth Home. So first I want Hannah to talk about Flathead Youth Home, and then we have something else we're going to do.
Great. Should I leave my mask on? Take it off. There we go. Ooh, yeah, it's hot out here. Well, I am just so grateful to be here and to be part of the Great Fish Community Challenge. We were talking the other day about how many organizations have events that are not going to happen this year due to COVID, and what a challenge that is, because that's when we do so much of our fundraising. We have a Dress to the Nines event in October, and that we decided earlier this summer that we were not going to hold it due to the COVID and just the care of our community. So to be part of the Great Fish has always been an amazing experience. It's been so important and become such a part of our fundraising. But this year, more than ever, it's our thing. It's the way that our community is going to be able to support so many organizations. So we are so grateful to the Whitefish Community Foundation for this. And they had no idea when this started so many years ago that it would really become so critical in our community and our organization. So thanks so much, and thanks to our community ahead of time for making this a great, great fundraiser and all the support that you bring to us. So I am with the Flathead Youth Home, and we care for kids in our community whose lives have hit a crisis. Often it's a crisis within their family. Sometimes it's abuse, neglect, mental illness, a lot of struggles that these kids have. They grow up without the things that I grew up with, 2 parents in the home, a lot of stability, safety. So when they come to us, their life has been turned upside down, and we are there to help them find stability again, to let them know they're safe, to let them know that there's adults that they can trust and care for. So we are just so grateful to be part of this community, and also to be able to keep kids in the community instead of sending them out of the area. We get to say, no, we want to care for you. This community, Whitefish, Kalispell, Columbia Falls, we want to care for you. So again, thanks so much for your support over the years. Thanks for your support with a Great Fish, and and for tuning in. So I think we might have something else going on here.
We do. We have something else happening. So this is kind of exciting. So since we have Hannah here, we get to announce the t-shirt design winner. And Miss Hannah Plum is our t-shirt design winner. Here's our wonderful t-shirt. Check this out. You know, you need to come down here and give because you'll get one. So come and give. It is, let's see, Get Hooked, Giving for Good. Is that awesome? It's an awesome design. We loved it. And so Hannah is our winner. Now come on in here, folks. Hannah is making her instant grant. She will be awarding her instant grant for $500 to.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So this is the Nate Shute Foundation. And for those of you who don't know about the Nate Shute, do you want to say a couple words?
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, didn't see us a few minutes ago, we are a community organization dedicated to suicide prevention through education, awareness, and training, and building a competent suicide-aware community to help us all be stronger together.
So I chose the Nate Shute for personal reasons. And about 2 weeks ago, I had a friend in the community who committed suicide, and his father had committed suicide also. So it was a family grief, and he was a very special person to me. And I thought, what way to honor him, but to give the money to an organization that is working to support those who are struggling and to be within our community to help out there. So it was just a really neat way to honor my friend Sean and also to support just a great organization. So thanks so much for all that you do.
Thank you, Hannah. Really appreciate it.
And we get to do one more thing. We actually pass that microphone around again because it drowns out the sounds on the side, so you can't hear if you're not using it. So, but we get to award Hannah her winnings for making the design. $250 to Hannah for being a designer. Yes, you did not know that? Yes, we added that this year because of the fact that we're not doing, our big event with the song and the song contest and the artists for that. And we wanted to encourage lots of great designs. And so we created an award for the artist, and you get to also give your $500 grant away. So yeah.
You guys just keep getting more and more amazing. Thank you so much. I did not know that was coming. So thanks. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'm sure something, maybe once COVID is over, take a trip somewhere. Yeah. So thank you for all that you do, all of you.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. So I think now that we've got time, we are going to do some drawings. So here's Lynette, and we have our fishbowl. Oh, here's my fishbowl. The fishbowl is here. Now remember, we're amateurs at at YouTube Live here, and we are doing this. All right. So we have Elizabeth Pittman. Elizabeth Pittman is a lucky winner, and we are awarding a $25 extra grant to FOFAC. Okay. And yes, it's $25, and it's a FOFAC, that is Friends of the Flathead Avalanche Center, and they are going to get that extra award on top of their other matching grants. So basically, it's kind of like a double whammy for Elizabeth's gifts today. All right, and And our next one is Bruce. Bruce, how do you say your last name? Adamant. Bruce Adamant. And Glacier National Park Conservancy. We are going to be awarding an extra $25 on top of Bruce Adamant's gift to Glacier National Park Conservancy. All right. Thank you, Bruce. And thank you, Elizabeth. All right. I think we're going to do one more. We got to get exciting here. All right. This one. And we have Patricia Jepson. Patricia Jepson is giving to the Whitefish Legacy Partners, and Patricia will get $100 added to her gift. So, Patricia, congratulations. Thanks for giving. and it was well worth it because an extra $100 is now going to go to Whitefish Legacy Partners. Folks are going to be doing this all day. So up to $2,000 is going to be awarded today. It makes a difference for each one of these nonprofits. So if you're watching us and you're getting ready to give, please go ahead and make some donations online or come on down here and drop off a donation in the parking lot. Really easy to pull right in here and make a gift and pull right out. And the nonprofits will love you for it. They are working hard. And hello. Okay, we've got a mask on. I'm trying to figure out who this is. Is that Emily? Yes. Emily, hi. You may take it off. All right. And we're going to just do a quick wipe down with our microphones. We've been manhandling. All right. You have to use the mic next to your face. All right,
Okay.
Emily, go ahead. Oh, I didn't announce who you're with.
Well, hello. Oh, do you want it back?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I am Emily, and I am the director of Friends of Flathead Avalanche Center. And we are really excited to be here to help kick off the Fish Challenge this year. Thank you. Oh, there we go. No worries. FOFAC is the education and fundraising arm of the Flathead Avalanche Center. And for those unfamiliar with the center, they are the avalanche safety program run and operated through the Flathead National Forest in close partnership with other agencies around the valley, such as Glacier National Park. And their mission is to prevent the loss of human life, limb, or property due to naturally occurring or human-triggered avalanches through information and education for our community. And that takes its primary shape in their 7-day-a-week avalanche forecast that they put out each morning from around December through April. And our mission at FOFAC is to financially support the Avalanche Center and to save lives through avalanche education. And we are super excited to be here again, participating in the Great Fish Challenge. As with many, these funds are really key and critical for us to be able to carry forward our mission and to continue to provide the quality services, education, and information that our communities really come to depend on for their winter recreation. And for us this year, we have two main things that we are kind of fundraising for. Our primary purpose is for our education program. Our adult and youth education program reaches about 2,000 people annually. Last year, obviously, was a little bit of an anomaly, and there's still clearly a lot of uncertainty as to how we're going to continue to bring our quality education in the coming season. But for us, we know it's not a matter of if we're going to be holding our classes and doing these things, but just a matter of how we're going to change and adapt and be able to carry forward this really important part of our mission. And then you can learn more. We'll have that more or less finalized this fall. So we'll continue to post that information as we know more or less our game plan for the season. And you can get that information online at flatheadavalanche.org. And then the other thing that we're really fundraising for this year is our support of the Avalanche Center itself. And that support takes a few different forms, whether it's staff time to get forecasters in the field and processing observations, getting them to trainings and the tools and things that they need to do, or capital investments like snowmobiles or weather stations. There's been a little bit of press this week about our recently completed project up at Tunnel Ridge, which we're really excited about. And that's going to help us fill a huge void in our data from the Middle Fork region for those people who like to recreate in that zone. And just overall, these two pieces of our fundraising is just going to really help us round out our whole mission, just to keep our winter-loving community safe, educated, getting them the resources that they need to keep doing what they're doing, keeping their stoke high, but also trying to keep them safe throughout the season. So thank you so much for your continued support of this important work. We love being here in this community and serving all of you. And just thank you again. We can't wait to see you this fall.
All right. Thanks, Emily. And again, FOFAC just received an extra matching grant thanks to Elizabeth Pittman's donation. So that was good. Yeah.
Thank you. Just thank you again for your continued support, and check us out at flatheadavalanche.org.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Emily.